Hello everyone, I'm Shelly Sharma, your science teacher. First, I welcome you all in your new class in 9th standard. As you all know, we all follow NCERT book for our academic. I will brief you about your science book and syllabus. This is the front page of your science book. It is divided into three parts. First, chemistry. Second, physics. Third, biology. This is the index page of your book. Total number of chapters are 15. Out of 15, first 4 chapters are chemistry, 5 to 7 and 13 to 14 are biology, and remaining one, that means 8 to 12 are the physics chapter. This is the information about your syllabus and chapter distribution. Now I will start my lecture with the chemistry portion. Before going to start my lecture, I would like to tell you about importance of chemistry. Chemistry plays very important role in our life. Chemistry is a branch of science which deals with the study of composition, structure, properties, interaction of matter. In chemistry, we study what chemicals are made of and what are their properties, how elements interact with each other, how to use this knowledge to produce useful new chemicals. If we are having the knowledge of chemicals and their property and how they interact with each other, we can prepare lots of things for our daily life purpose. Like this, chemistry play very important role in our day-to-day life. Let us start with our first chapter. First chapter is matter in our surrounding. The topics to be covered in this video are about matter, physical nature of matter, characteristic of particles of matter, states of matter. Let us start. What do you mean by matter and what is matter? Everything in this universe is made up of material. It is made up of material, which scientists have named matter. Example of matter is the air we breathe, the food we eat, plants, stars, animals, a small drop of water, a small particle of sand. All are the matter. All above, the thing is common is that they are having mass and volume. If they are having mass and volume, that means they will occupy some space. With this information, we can write the definition of matter. What is matter? Matter is a substance which have mass and occupies space, and it is made up of tiny particles. And matter can exist in three forms. Number one, solid, gas, and liquid. Before this, I will tell you about the characteristic and the physical nature of matter. What is the physical nature of matter? First is matter is made up of particles. Second, the particles of matter are very tiny. Third, the particles of matter have space between them. Fourth, the particles of matter are continuously moving. And the last one is the particles of matter are attract each other. I will explain these all characteristics one by one in detail with the help of an activity. Let us start with the first. If I will ask you a question, what is matter made up of? Yes, exactly. Matter is made up of a tiny particles. The scientist has agreed to call these tiny particles as atom. These tiny particles are not able to see by our naked eye. So, We will perform and we will do one activity to explain this better. Take one beaker with some water. Now note the level of water. After that, take some sugar or salt. Add this sugar and salt in beaker. Stir with the help of glass rod. At home, you can use, instead of glass rod, tablespoon. After some time, you will observe that salt and sugar start dissolving in the water, but the water level does not change. This is because of the particles of water has space between them, or the salt and sugar get dissociate into tiny particle. This shows that the matter is made up of tiny particles. Second property, the particles of matter are very tiny. Let us do one activity. Take 5 beakers. In first beaker, take 100 ml of water. In remaining 4, take 90 ml of water. Take 2-3 crystal of potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate is a chemical and its name is KMnO4. At home, you can use any coloring agent. Now, add this KMnO4 into first beaker. Stir it well with the help of glass rod. Now, take 10 ml of solution from the first beaker. Add the solution to the second beaker. Repeat this step 5 to 6 times. This shows that a few crystals of potassium permanganate can color large volume of water because there are millions of tiny particles in each crystal. As shown in a figure, you will see in the figure that all the containers are having some color. They are not colorless. The water color has changed. So this observation indicates that the particles of matter are very tiny. Now the third property. The particles of matter have space between them. For this, you have to take water in a small beaker or in a glass. Again, you have to note the level. Dissolve some salt or sugar in this beaker or glass with the help of glass rod or spoon. After some time, you will see that the taste of water can change. Why? Because the particles of salt and sugar start dissolving in water, and if the particle of salt and sugar dissolving in water, that means they are space between the water particles. So with this we can say that the particles of matter have space between them. Fourth one, particles of matter are continuously moving. For this, you also have to take a beaker of water and you have to put a drop of blue or red ink and keep aside for some time. After some time, you will observe that the ink start dissolving in it, and after sufficient time, you will observe that the ink spreads evenly throughout the water. Due to what? Due to the movement of particles of water and ink. This indicates that particles of matter are continuously moving, and this specific property is known as diffusion. If there are two matters are intermixing with each other continuously and without stirring it, it is known as diffusion. The definition of diffusion is the intermixing of two or more different types of matter on their own is called diffusion without stirring it. Now the last property is particles of matter attract each other. See, fifth property, particles of matter attract each other. Take an iron nail, a piece of chalk and a rubber band. if you will try to break them with the hammer, they will break at a different level. That means the it is more easier to break the chalk, less easier to break the rubber, and difficult to break the iron nail. Why? Because in iron nail, the force of attraction is greater. The force is greater as compared to rubber and chalk. So, with this, I think you understand all the characteristics of matter. Now, we will move to our next topic, that is states of matter. Matter exists in a three forms: solid, liquid, and gas. They all are matter, but their property are entirely different from each other. We will study each and every property of solid, liquid, and gas. Properties of solid. First property is solid have definite shape and fixed volume. That means you can't change the shape of solid. If it is in the form of circle, it will remain in the form of circle. You can't change the shape of solid. Its volume is also fixed. Second, their space between the particle is minimum. As we all know that matter is made up of tiny particles, thus the particles which are present in solid, the space between them is very less. Because of this, the solids have definite shape. Third is the force of attraction between the particle is maximum. The force of attraction is maximum between the particles due to that they hold each other very tightly, and because of this they have definite shape and fixed volume. The movement of particle is minimum. The movement of particle is minimum. It says that if the force of attraction between the particle is more, that means the space between them is very less. The space is more, it can move here and there very easily, and in that case the shape does not fixed, it can change very easily. The second last one is they are least compressible because the particles are very close to each other, the space is very less between the particles, and the force of attraction is high. So the chances of compressibility is very low. The last one is their rate of diffusion is least because the particle is very close to each other. The bond between the particle is very strong. It requires more and more energy to break down. So intermixing of their own is very difficult. So if we will compare with the diffusion rate of solid with liquid and solid, so it is least. Now, properties of liquid. Liquid have no definite shape but have fixed volume. That means you can change the shape of liquid. If you will put water in beaker, it will take the shape of beaker. If you will put water in glass, it will take the shape of glass. That means it has no definite shape, but the volume is fixed. That means if you will take 1 liter, it will remain as a 1 liter. Second is the space between the particle is intermediate. That means the space between the particle is not too less and not too high. That means the space between them, the space between the particle is less than the gas but more than the solid. The force of attraction between the particle is also less than the solid but more than the gas. The movement of particle is also intermediate because if there is space, the particle can move easily. So as compared to solid, the movement is more, but as compared to the gas, the movement is less. They are less compressible. As compared to solid, they are more compressible because there is more space. There is a movement of particles. But if we will talk about gas, the liquid are less compressible. the rate of diffusion is more than solid, because there is space between the particles. There is a less force of attraction as compared to solid. If they all are less than solid, it automatically indicates that the rate of diffusion is more than the solid. Now we will move to properties of liquid. और तुम्हें पता है properties of gas. Gases have no definite shape or fixed volume. Gases occupy the whole space of the container. It indicates that the space between the gas particle is maximum, because if the space is maximum, they don't have fixed shape and the volume. If the space is maximum, so it indicates a third property. That means the force of attraction between the particle is minimum. If there is a force of attraction between the particle is maximum, then they have less space. But they don't have the less space. They are having maximum space. And because of that, the movement of the particle is maximum, because the space is more and the force of attraction is minimum. Because of this, they are most compressible. That means if we will compare compressibility of gases as compared to solid and liquid, they are most compressible. And the last is the rate of diffusion is more than solids and liquid, because the force of attraction is less, the space between the particle is more, the movement of the particle is maximum. Because of this, the diffusion rate of gases as compared to solid and liquid is high. See, this image show the space between the particles. See, in the gas there are lots of space, but if we will see the liquid, the space is less as compared to gas, but as compared to solid it is more. And in solid the space is less. Because of this, the force of attraction is less in gas, the space is more, the movement is more as compared to liquid and solid. And in liquid, the force of attraction is more as compared to gas, but less as compared to solid. Space is more as compared to solid, but as compared to gas it is less. The movement as compared to gas is less, but as compared to solid it is more. Now with this, I can say that you are able to give the answer of these questions. And in this video I have give you so many activities, and these activities you can perform at home very easily. Thank you so much.